What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off on the last episode, we were trying to fix up our solar array so that it was less broken, basically, because it kind of shattered itself, type of thing. And I also modified my multi-purpose drone here so that it could do grinding and welding. However, I have encountered a problem that I'm going to address in this episode that was brought up in the comments of the last one. So there's that. As to the stuttering stuff, I wanted to bring that up one more time just to let everybody know. I do think I've found the source of the issue. It is my hardware, and I lowered some settings, and hopefully that will do. I think I mentioned that in the last episode, but I wanted to bring it up again because I've pretty much confirmed it at this point. When I did stuff like the Inspiration episode or the Reverse Engineer, where there was like one ship involved and the frame rate and everything was significantly smoother and better throughout the whole thing, and so it kind of made me realize that the demand that the game is putting out is probably where the bottleneck is, and my current hardware. However, I'm not actually in a spot financially where I can actually upgrade it at the moment. So I did turn everything down a little bit, or not everything, but the texture detail and stuff like that. And I think everybody said the last episode was a bit smoother, so we're going to leave it at that for now. But if anything gets too distracting or noticeable, he says, as there's just a major stutter, then you can let me know. Though the world was just loading in a minute ago, so it might smooth out a little bit over the episode as the rest of everything loads in properly. I could probably always reduce like the load-in distance for stuff like trees and things as well if we want to reduce it further. I try not to reduce texture detail as much because then what you're looking at up close is more noticeable, though I have to admit when I reduced it I really don't see much of a difference. The other thing that I may end up doing first before anything else is I have a mod in here that improves the voxel quality, and I'm noticing that in the vanilla, like with Space Engineers Inspiration and stuff like that, it performs significantly better. Again, there's less stuff and smaller builds and so on, but the whole point of the voxel mod was to make the worlds look better, but it is a mod and it is a graphical improvement, so it is possible that that's putting extra strain on there. So if I make any further changes, I might reduce or remove that mod and see if it performs a little better. So let me know what you guys think. If you're happy with it, I'm happy with it, and I will move on. If you're still noticing things here and there and want me to continue tweaking to see if we can get it a little better, just let me know. And also, I wanted to point out, you might have to give me a little bit to get kind of back into the swing of everything. This is the first week back from the holiday break for Thanksgiving, so I've got to get back in the mindset of spacey stuff and engineering and all that kind of crap. Mainly because I'm in, like, personally, outside of YouTube, I am in a huge medieval fantasy magic mode ever since the new Fantastic Beasts movie came out. I've been in a super wizardy, magey mood. So I've been playing like Skyrim and stuff like that. So coming back to like space and engineering and tech stuff, it takes me a little bit to kind of get back into things. But on that note, let's address the problem that we noticed in the last episode, or rather I was a knucklehead about and all of you caught. Because I was flying around going, I wonder why this is broken, I don't get it, and it never occurred to me this is why. And then I got like 5 or 6 comments on my video that everybody was like, think that's thruster damage, and I'm like, yep, that would do it, that would make sense. So yeah, these are definitely right in the wrong spot. There's not any kind of space between them, and anytime I do any lateral thrust, it's going to break these. So that's not going to work. So we're going to move those. After that, I'm not really sure what else I wanted to do this episode, though. I got to figure out where the... I don't think there's any radial damage. I think it goes strictly off of the blocks. So I think I can get away with putting them here and here. I think that should work. So we'll try it and find out. Gimme. There we go. And let's go ahead and weld these up. And of course they're the wrong color palette because I didn't pick the right one. I forget that the game like resets the color thing every time you load the save. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, let's go ahead and... Oh, I'm going to have to disconnect this, aren't I? I think. So let's turn our thrusters on, gyroscopes on. Is that the recharge? 20 hours one day. That's better. Alright, we're going to turn that off. I think that's the recharge button. I think everything else is off, so let's undock it. Fly up. I'm still getting that 40 years thing going on, which is incredibly strong. Okay, so that is the recharge button. Just wanted to make sure. I don't know where that... I really thought that was a glitch, but... I mean... it's actually... It's actually not, I don't think. Or, I don't know. I've never seen one go to 40 years in terms of thrust and whatnot. I mean, not thrust. Okay, so if I grab that... Perfect. Yeah, no, it just says 40 years on it, which is crazy. I don't get it at all. Oh, I turned the connector on. We're down to 15 years. I mean, that's gotta be a glitch, right? It can't be that powerful. Can it? I don't know. I've never heard of one being that charged up before. Alright, so we'll dock that. I don't know why when I'm docked either I can't seem to scroll my view in any further. I guess it's because it's locked to the base, maybe? I don't know. Turn that off, turn that off. Turn the recharge back on. I think we're good. So that should fix that. And now I think our multi-drone is complete, and then we have our driller drone over here. I think the next thing, what was the next thing on the list? A fighter, so that we can try and take on more of these things? Maybe? I think one thing that I'm gonna try is to make a quick save, and then I don't think this has any fuel left in it, though. I was gonna say I would try and kind of kamikaze this up to that ship, because there's the Oban Tide and the Super Gremlin. Both of those are more like attack ships, I think, and I haven't really gotten very close to them and kind of wanted to. But I don't think this one had any fuel left in it, so that may be a problem. We've got another signal source over there. I really need to break down this other ship and start dumping it into our resources in the main ship, I think. I'm also wondering... I probably should come up with some form of dock for this guy, the Sky Factory ship. If I move these, I guess I could dock it there. With that connector, I could just lower or remove the landing gears and then dock it here, I guess. I think I tried that one time, though, and because the landing pad off here, it wouldn't work. We could build... Ooh, I could do some kind of retractable... That might be fun. Alright, so there's a conveyor right there. I could attach, like, a piston and an advanced rotor and make, like, a swinging arm type thing, maybe? We could play around with that a little bit. That doesn't sound like a bad idea, and it also wouldn't cost me too much in terms of resources. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Looks like my inventory, I've still got some stuff on me, so let's see if I can find... Ah, piston, there we go. Is that facing the right? Do I actually need a piston here? Or could I do with rotor displacement? Because that's actually high enough as it is. So if I did... that's not an advanced rotor. give me an advanced rotor. So the advanced rotor is going to go... Let's see, if I put something there, it would end up this high. That should be high enough. So let's instead do a tube, maybe? I don't think I need a full conveyor. And then we'll put the advanced rotor there. We could even probably get away with doing... yeah, I think that'll work. I could probably even do a little bit of a rotor head displacement to raise it up a little bit if we want to. Let's see if I have what I need. Need small steel tubes, computers, and large tube. This one I've always been confused about. So the functionality is there, the block is fully complete. Do I really need a large steel tube there? Like, is that absolutely necessary? I don't think so. Alright, let's throw some stuff in there. So I need... Oh, that's way too many. Large steel tubes, computers, small tubes. That should do. Okay. Now, for now... Oh, you know what else we could put here is a button panel. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's in here somewhere. I think I can safely put that there. And then we can use this to toggle the rotor and connectors and stuff like that. That really should be all I need, and then I'll just have it swing for now. I thought about having it be like retractable and all that, but for now I think I'll just keep it this way, and we'll have it go straight out, we'll connect, and then we'll have like a disconnect button, a turn off connector, and a reverse. Yeah, I think that'll work. And let's go ahead and name this so we don't get confused. The advanced rotor will be docking arm rotor. That makes sense. I think I can remember what that's for. Okay. All this is fine. Braking torque, I think I want this all the way up. We're currently at 0. So what I need, let's see. If we're currently at 0, I need it to rotate this way, so 90 is probably what I'm looking for. So let's set the upper limit to 90, and then once we actually swing it one way, we'll set the lower limit to 0. Can I adjust the rotor displacement through buttons? Can I? Is that a thing? Rotor. Can I? Let's see. Increase upper lower. Oh, you can increase and decrease rotor displacement. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so the first thing that I need is reverse. So we want reverse. I don't really think I have enough buttons here, actually, because I'd like a connect and a turn off, but then I don't have enough for the increase and decrease of the rotor displacement. But what I really would like to do is for it to extend and retract depending on whether it's connected. Though, if I turn the connector off, I don't know if I need that. So let's just start building. You guys are probably bored of hearing me talk anyway. Okay, so we'll do one like this, and let's just walk this out. Oh, meant to do that. Okay, so that's pretty accurate-ish. I might need to set the lower limit to be a little bit different, actually. And let's do a curve, and then let's do a connector, and hopefully this won't collide. It will. Poo. Alright. Well, that's as high as that rotor will go. So I may have to do 2 blocks up before I go over, unfortunately. That's a little bit higher than I really wanted it to be, but like I said, I don't really have a lot of options. Now, of course, I could do this with just loading up the drone, I guess, but seemed like it'd be fun to mess around with. I think that should work. Okay, construction components, steel plates. Can we make it? Oh, so close. Interior plates, small tubes. Alright. Since it's getting dark, I'm going to work on this and see if I can set it up, and then I will be back when the sun comes up. Alrighty, so good news and bad news. Good news is, I got this working kind of the way that I wanted it to, where you hit the little reverse button and it swings out and it looks all cool. The bad news is when it gets to the end, and it doesn't reach to the connection point, and I have the displacement of the rotor lowered as far down as it will go. That's the bad news. Because that's as far as the rotor will displace. Clearly not enough. Now, I suppose... I actually don't know how I would do this, because I was gonna say I suppose I could lower this one, but then you end up in the same problem that you were at before, I think. That I had it fully raised up, and it still wouldn't do it. So I'm not really sure what the solution for that would be. So ultimately, what I think I'm gonna end up having to do is just use the drone and kind of manually convert everything, and just, I was trying to be fancy with it and do something interesting, but the dimensions of the way this is lined up I don't think is going to work. So I'm probably gonna have to break all this down. It wasn't really that hard to construct, so if I come up with a way, or if you guys have any suggestions on a way that I could have done this better, just let me know, and I could always rebuild it. But for now, I think we're just going to end up testing the functionality of our multi-drone. I think would probably be the best way to handle this. Ooh, where? Almost walked off the edge. Whoop, what happened? That was interesting. Alright, let's see, grab that. And we'll just put this back where we found it. Done. You do gotta love construction games like this for that type of stuff, is that, you can kind of just, like, do stuff and then it's like, yep, nothing ever happened, that was there the whole time. And let's see, we'll just go ahead and drop this stuff in there. Now, let's actually test out and make sure all of our connection points and everything work the way we want it to for this guy. Kind of, again, a 2 birds, 1 stone situation. There we go. Now it says like an hour or something. I don't know where the 40 years thing was coming from. Maybe when I stop moving. Nope, still says an hour. Weird. Get it. I really don't get where that was coming from. But let's go ahead and fly down here and give it a dock. Oh, what am I hitting? Where's that dust coming from? That was weird. I wonder if this will work, because I think the ship's off. Oh, there it goes. Guess it will.
No fuel.
Okay, so we'll lock in there. Inventory. Let's grab a drone medium cargo. So I guess we can just drag this stuff in here and... yeah, well, I guess we'll see how much the ship can carry. Oh! About that much! Holy crap. Alright, that's the cargo. Can I put stuff in the grinders? Okay, cool. Man! This stuff has a lot of stuff in it. Wait, I thought it couldn't. There we go. Where does it keep going? I thought this was maxed out already. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. That didn't move. Okay, but no, there it went. Where'd it go? Okay, put those in the cockpit. Where did I put my radio components? Oh, it's putting it back in the other ship's connector. That's not helpful. Okay. Drone connector. Throw out, collect all. I guess those don't help anything because those are both off. Well, that's problematic. I guess we'll just have to work with that. Disconnect, and then we'll just have to fly back over and unload it. Whoa! Stop! Stop! There we go. So yeah, I mean, this works. It's not ideal. It would have been nicer to just have one plug-in connector thing. And I suppose I could do it off of the other ship, but whatever. Okay. I think everything's going in here. So let's find... Wait, did it already unload everything? Oh, no, there it is, medium cargo. I was like, wait a minute. Something's not right. I really don't like that in the stock... I don't know if there's a mod for it or not, but in the stock vanilla inventory management, I really don't like that if you drag and drop something next to something else, it doesn't auto-stack them. That kind of bothers me. It should just stack it type of thing, and it doesn't. But anyway, so that actually kind of works. I'll probably do the rest of that off camera because that's kind of tedious. But it works, and it'll do since we can't seem to figure out a good way to do a connection system. I probably could have done something like, well, oh yeah, there's this one. Forgot about that one. I probably could do something like either off of here and bring it to that connector, or maybe a direct line from like under there and bring it out through this section and connect right. I probably could do something like that. I wanted to have something a little bit more adjustable where you could have like an arm come out and latch on, since this ship is a little bit big for a docking, like a landing pad, or at least the existing landing pads. I could make one, maybe, and that might be something we can pursue, I suppose. Still not really sure how I want to tackle this one, other than just off-camera, literally off-camera grinding. I really wanted to do a drone, but, I mean, use a scripted drone thing, but I haven't actually found a script that I think would work. I haven't really looked very hard, but I haven't found one yet either. But like I said, I kind of do semi-apologize for the episode content this episode, but it was just kind of the coming back from holiday, had to kind of remember where I left off, what my plans were, what I was doing, what I wanted to get done, that kind of thing. And my priority this episode was to fix the drone because the thrusters were breaking it, and that was going to cause a problem. So I'm glad we got that part done. And the solar panel system is working well, although somebody informed me that I actually could have left this the way it was, but I would have had to set a rotor limit. So right now they can just spin freely, but I would have had to set it like here and here, and then when it couldn't go any further, I guess then the script would reverse it or something to that effect. So there is that. But I kind of like this better anyway. It looks more like a solar array, and quite frankly, I think I ended up with more solar panels this way, so it kind of works out. Although, now that I think about it, I was supposed to add another layer here, wasn't I? Because I think I had a set of 9. I think I had 3 by 3, wasn't it? So maybe I didn't end up with more, because that's only 8. That would explain why I have more solar cells in my inventory. Ooh. Oh, it's a supply transport. That's like the one I have over here. I saw this kind of arrowhead-looking ship, and I was like, ooh, what is that? So yeah, I'm thinking, let me know what you guys think about this, but the next episode, what do I want to do? I think the next episode we're going to maybe build a fighter about this size, nothing fancy, just something with some gun turrets and maybe a little bit of armor so that it can take a hit. For kind of a boarding ship, so we can take over more ships. But let me know what you guys think about better ways of breaking down ships. Should I actually make like some kind of grinding platform? Like instead of this where you can fly in and dump stuff. Actually, I could use this for the multi-drone. I could pick stuff up, fly over here, and just dump it all in there, maybe. That might work too. But I'm kind of thinking about something like a landing pad with grinders so I could just kind of fly a ship down on top of it and let it break it down. What do you guys think of that idea? So I'm either going to build a grinding platform or a fighter, I think. But a lot of this stuff that's off camera, I'm really not having time at the moment off camera to do it. It's kind of what you see is what you get. So when I'm not recording these episodes, I haven't really been doing the off-camera grind work of breaking down this ship or transporting my stuff over, so I'm not really counting on that to have happened. So yeah, I'm thinking I either want to expand maybe out this way or something and do a grind platform so that we can just fly a ship down on top of it, or build a fighter so we can take over more ships and then figure out what to do with them later. But yeah, still kind of getting back into the swing of everything, which is not great because I think I'm also planning on taking a week off for the Christmas week. And that actually I think is going to be a vacation. I took the Thanksgiving one so I could work more on my book and get some other business stuff done and not have to worry about recording on top of it, on top of all the holiday stuff. The Christmas week I'm actually going to take off and just be with family and recharge. So I will let you guys know more about the book stuff too, as that is progressing fairly rapidly. I'm still working on editing it, but I'm actually in talks with, I had a meeting with an artist the other day, and we actually went over the specifics for the cover art and stuff like that, so that's actually moving forward. So I'm hoping within mid-December to the first part of January, I'm hoping to have the book done. So that'll be kind of exciting. So I do apologize if some of my video content is a little less productive or something like that, less cutting out, and because I tend to try and cut stuff out and get more done if I can, but a lot of times when I don't, it's because I can't. So I do apologize if my episodes lately are going to start being a little bit fluffy, if that makes sense, and we're not making as much progress, but I'm doing what I can. But I've got so many side projects going on in the background, which I probably should start informing you guys a bit more of in the podcast of, and things like that, so you're aware of why some of the episode stuff takes a hit. But anyways, I've jibber-jawed enough to eat up enough time. Speaking of fluff. But let me know what you guys think about what we should do next episode, and we'll probably work on that. But I'm thinking either fighter or grinding pit, one of the two. Unless you guys have other suggestions or ideas you'd like to see, then I might incorporate that. But I think in the meantime, that's going to wrap things up for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.